Hi YouTubers, I'm glad you're all here. Thank you for joining me. Please remember to make sure you're still subscribed and share my videos. Thank you for doing so. The volcanic eruption has started today there in Iceland. Here we have a current image of the fissure at Greeley. I've been covering this for a few days about all the earthquakes, over 10,000 within probably 2-3 days there in the Reykjanes Peninsula. It is near the capital of Iceland, and so far no flights have been canceled. The airport continues to operate, and they are on alert. Here's a Twitter post about the eruption. It's in a remote location northeast of the main crater in Greeley. Sorry for pronouncing that wrong. It erupted as a long fissure 3 kilometers north of one of the towns. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but right now there is no immediate threat to locals. Lava is coming from a crack in the ground. It was a fissure eruption, a dike intrusion of lava rather than an explosion. The volcanic activity is taking place in the same area where an eruption happened in February of last year, 2021. Last year was one of the first eruptions in that location in over 800 years. Here is a image from one of their live webcams when the fissure first opened up. Many of you might remember the eruption in 2010 at one of the southern volcanoes. That ash was so vast that it grounded air traffic across Europe for weeks, resulting in over 100,000 flights and affecting over 10 million people. Now again, that was back in 2010. The Reykjanes Peninsula is not known to have volcanoes capable of producing large explosive eruptions. Here's another image when the fissure just first started opening up. I had noticed watching prior to when this unzipping of this fissure occurred that this little area here, the mound, can you see that, started growing rapidly. Here's an image prior to the eruption. Satellite data indicates the magma flow has doubled what was observed in last year's 2021 eruption. There is twice as much magma under the ground in this eruption that they saw it was possible of before it even started erupting. The fissure last reported was about 350 feet long, or 100 meters. The eruption from last year, 2021, that fissure ended up being about over 2,000 feet long. Here we have InSAR image made from Sentinel-1 satellite images, and it spans a period from the 20th of July to the 1st of August. The image clearly shows that the magma intrusion with a long deformation. So they know that the magma under the ground right now is twice as much as what was in 2021. That volcanic eruption starting in March, I believe it was, in 2021, and it lasted until September, prompting thousands of Icelanders and tourists to visit the area. Here we have the Blue Lagoon, and they have a lot of hydrothermal power plants in this area. There's one close to this location. Another image of a hydrothermal plant there in Iceland. Now this was posted before the eruption, and it talks about the deformation models, suggesting that the depth of the new dike intrusion beneath the volcano is very shallow at that time, was only 1 kilometer. The magma inflow rate was rapid, almost double that observed during the first dike intrusion in February of 2021. So yesterday they were saying, considering all of the above, the likelihood of an eruption within the coming days is considered to be substantial. Well, it did. It erupted. I have not found anything new about road damage or about the bridge that was damaged because of the earthquakes that were going on there. Nothing new for road construction. That's not it. That's not it either. All right, down over here close to the eruption. This was from yesterday. Possible rock falls on the road after an earthquake. And then there was another area where they had to go out there and clean up and repair the roads. That was yesterday. Today is August 3rd. Going to Google Earth, here is location of all the earthquakes. This here is the monitor that I downloaded the data from. And we will go to the location of the eruption. The exact coordinates have not been given, but somewhere within this area. Here we have the swarm data from the monitor that I couldn't get to work yesterday. It is working today. And you can see all the ones marked in red for today's earthquakes as of probably 11 o'clock Central Daylight Time. This one here at 12:09 probably p.m. close to local time comes in as a magnitude 3.56. I'll bring it down so you can see it. Not being reported by USGS. So the only earthquake that USGS is reporting for Iceland is a 4.3. 5:32 Universal Time. I think that's pretty close to the same time as local time there in Iceland. I could be wrong. So there's the earthquake. They did not fudge about the size of this earthquake. Let me show you the seismic signature. Let's bring it over a little bit. Yeah, see, they got rounded tops. See that? Rounded tops. Magma on the move. Now this is prior to the eruption that happened there. And I'll bring it down. See, we got hot magma coming in. Yeah, we also got heated water. You can see that barely at the top. But yeah, melted rock was rising up. And let me bring it down so you can see. It was actually a magnitude 4.35. They did not fudge about that one. Alright, so I did this earthquake here. USGS is not reporting this one at 12 o'clock Universal Time. This one was a magnitude 3.81. And I believe my last report, alright, let me bring it up. I did report on this one, 1940. That one came in as a magnitude 4.0. And we'll go to its seismic signature. And then the spectrogram. Alright, 7:32. You can see it. Rounded tops. Magma on the move. And this was earlier today. See the heated gases that were coming up. And then we just got done showing you that one. And I showed you that one. We got a small quake here when I pulled the data. That comes in as a magnitude 2.73, and you can see this is very deep magma, so we still have magma coming into the system. It's probably going to be a very long eruption, just like last year. And that would be 15:14 Universal Time. It looks like the last earthquake that even EMSC is reporting for Iceland is magnitude 3.3. Yeah, 1 kilometer in depth. That would be at 12:13 Universal Time. Yeah, so that's all I have for you right now. It's going to be an evolving event. Put your comments down below and please stay safe. Always be prepared for large earthquakes. I know you guys have got damage there. And, yeah, get everything locked down. Have a bug out kit just in case they make you evacuate sometime down the road. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.